Hey, my purpose-driven friend. Today I want to talk to you about desire. I'm Giselle Johnny, author of Don't Abort Your Purpose and the CEO and founder of Ignition Mode Life Solutions. And so today we're going to talk about desire. Desire is the starting point of all achievement, according to Napoleon Hills. And in his book, he shared a rich story about a guy called Edwin C. Barnes, who made up his mind that he was going to work with Thomas Edison. And whether Thomas liked it or not, it was already something that was sealed, signed, and delivered in Mr. Barnes' mind. Why am I saying that? Mr. Barnes had this deep desire on the inside. And so he found a way where there seemed to be no way to partner with his possibility. Because at that time, it was just a possibility. But he was going to work with Thomas Edison. And so he took this train, got in the carriage part, looking all drabby, dressed, and got into the office of Mr. Edison, telling him that that he came to do business with him. Well, at first it was hilarious, but he got a very menial job to work together with Mr. Edison. And in the end, he was really a success. So Think and Grow Rich is a really good story. It's a really good book. As a matter of fact, I really do recommend it for all you aspiring leaders to read and really have some substance inside of that book. There's some tremendous true stories, and it will really inspire you to focus on your desire. All right. And so a desire is a strong feeling to want, like you want something, you want to have something. It's like this wish for something to happen. Think about that childhood desire when it's coming to Christmas or a birthday, how you long for something. You can't even sleep, all right? And it's like you just want this thing to happen. Well, we were wired and created to carry desires in our hearts. And not just that, if we pay attention to our desires, the desire is really the starting point to all of our achievements, according to Think and Grow Rich, right? So, do you desire to work with your hands? Do you desire to help broken marriages? Do you desire to go back to study? Do you desire to build a business, a ministry? What is that desire on the inside of your heart? I want to ask you to do something. Pay attention to those ideas. Pay attention to those thoughts. Pay attention to those things that are burning in your belly. And not just pay attention, pursue the possibility of making it a reality. Yes. I want to share with you today 5 things that can really affect a person's desire to accomplish or to achieve anything. One of those things is confusion. If we allow ourselves to vacillate to and fro, to be indecisive when it comes to following our dreams and going after the things that we really want and desire, it is going to cause confusion deep on the inside. A lot of times people seem very misunderstood, angry, easily agitated and frustrated, but sometimes it's just desires that are just stifled, or those desires, they're just not living the way that they were authentically created to live. Everything that exists in the earth exists for a purpose. And so every person that is out of alignment will feel that confusion on the inside until they come to that place of clarity. So the antidote for confusion is getting clarity. What is your calling? What are you called to do? Are you really living in alignment with your values? Are you really living in alignment with the things that you deeply desire to do? Why not begin to make time to pay attention and cause the confusion to really be reduced in your life to the point where it totally disappears and you have clarity? The second thing is distraction. And so you may not be confused, but you're very clear in terms of the things that you're setting out to do, the things that you believe that you're called to do, but you are distracted. Let's say a person has really gone forward to begin to birth a business or nonprofit, or started a project like writing a book. How many times people say, I want to write a book? But the thing about it is that It is getting to the end that makes that desire, that thing that you said, I want to do. If we commit to what we want to do, the end result will be inevitable. So I want to encourage you, don't allow distractions. Sometimes you have to say no to a particular phone call, to going out to an event, a baby shower, a wedding, something that is really interesting. It may be a lot of fun, but at this point in time, you have to turn it down because you need to focus. You need to work within a particular time frame to get that result. And so I want to encourage you, look at the distractions, the things that have been distracting you on a daily basis. Take that note, take that pen, take the paper. If you like typing everything out like me, just take that time and identify those distractions. All right. The third one is distortions. So we're talking about that internal voice in your head that says to you, you can't do it. This is saying those who believe they can and those who believe they can't are both correct. So what are you going to believe? Do you really believe that you are an imposter because you're rising up to realize your dream? Do you really believe that the opinion of others or people misinterpreting your motive, what drives you, your passion? Do you believe that allowing those things to distort the passion, the desire on the inside of you is fair to your unique God-given potential and ability? No, it's not. And so you don't want to allow distortion and the noises to keep you back, saying, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. You really want to believe in yourself. You really want to work on developing yourself. And really the way to do that is to start by just being authentic. Nobody else is going to do it like you. Everyone is unique. And so just set out to be authentic, to be real, and to do what is in your heart. That is enough. And it's going to help to get rid of distortion. One of the enemies of distortion is comparison. When we compare to what others are doing and how they're doing it, very well, there'll always be somebody smarter. There's always be someone more beautiful. There will always be someone with more education. But what is that inside of you? What is that gift that can be a blessing to others? Someone is going to rely on you for that answer. So don't let distortion keep you back from going after those dreams. All right. The next thing we want to talk about, apart from those, is perfection. A lot of times people think that it has to be done perfect. It's not perfect. It's not good enough. And so we spend so much time going over, trying to perfect, trying to do it in a way that makes us feel, worthy. And that's where perfection comes from. It's that feeling of unworthiness on the inside. We try to perfect things on the outside. Well, I was so relieved one day when I heard my coach say, done is better than perfect. And so that was perfect for me because I hate making up the bed. And every day when I was finished and it looked all rumpled and crummy, I would say, okay, done is better than perfect. I can get on with my day now. All right, great. So we dealt with confusion, distraction, distortion, perfection. All right. The last one I want to leave with you, it's not the final, but I said 5, false expectations. When you set expectations for yourself that are unrealistic, it can put you in a place to really feel the sense of frustration that you're not going to reach your goal. And there's nothing like an expectation that's not set in a place where you use SMART goals. You must be able to say, okay, I'm going to do it in a particular time. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the time I'm going to set apart. This is the skills, the knowledge I need. And you're going to really find that the expectation to realize that thing becomes more real. So don't set false expectations for yourself and don't allow anyone else to make you feel that way. All right. So that false expectation can also be when you expect things to go, you expect that support. Let's say you expect support from your friends and your family, those close to you, expect them to understand what you set out to do, why you're taking that study path, why you're doing this business, why you're going to work on marriages. People are always going to say to you, why are you really trying to do this? So don't allow the expectations, because a lot of times, friends and family expect you not to evolve. They expect you to stay in the comfort zone. And so when you step out of the comfort zone, it can make someone else feel pretty uncomfortable, sometimes even threatened. So a lot of times, if you live up to the expectations of the closest people to you, friends and family, and you don't allow yourself to evolve, you don't allow yourself to realize the dreams, realize the real desires on the inside, you are going to put yourself in some trouble. All right. So I would say the secret to that expectation of others sometimes is just to keep that dream hidden, like the baby in the womb, until it's time for it to show. Yes. And that's a good way if you know that you can be easily distracted or affected when you don't get the support that you expect or desire to get. All right. So those are the 5 things that I wanted to share with you that can really be a vision killer or passion killer or help to kill your desire. Confusion, distraction, distortion, perfection, false expectation. So it doesn't have to be perfect, and the situation doesn't have to be ideal. So why don't you go ahead and start planning to build that business, build that ministry, write that book? Because guess what? Done is better than perfect. You're going to rise up and say, I did it. I want to just share this with you really, really quickly as it comes to mind. I remember listening to John Maxwell, and I really do admire, I've actually been privileged to be a part of his coaching system. And I remember him saying something, the first book that he wrote, it was kind of like awful. And he felt when he looked back, oh my God, but he was glad that he took the leap and he started, because after that, his books got better and better and better. So take the time to daydream, take the time to get rid of those limiting beliefs, take the time to pay attention to your dreams, your vision, and your passion. And guess what? You'll be on the path to success. Saying that, I want you to click on the link below to join my free Path to Purpose Blueprint